I remember seeing Star Wars, and I have two older brothers, so they would always be Luke and Han, and I would be stuck R2-D2 for 100 years. So there's that. So I shifted my obsessions from Star Wars, say, okay, if you guys are gonna have all the Star Wars figures, I'll have G.I. Joe. So I started going really hog wild into G.I. Joe, and I had every single figure, and still do, although the rubber band inside them has now disintegrated. And so a lot of them always just pop apart. It's kind of sad. So I have a lot of upper bodies and lower bodies of my old G.I. Joe figures. Oh. I always have my G.I. Joe guys, and I had a very elaborate setup, and I would build out of cardboard various bases and things, and like my room, like you couldn't touch it. I had it set up, and you know, Destro's cave, and you know, Zartan was over here, and then you had G.I. Joe. So I had everybody in different places. And I remember being in the 6th grade, being like a little too old, really, to play with it with some of my friends. And it was a true story. And at the beginning of the year, they said, okay, at the end of the year, we have a hobby day where you get to show your hobbies. And of course, in my mind, I'm like, oh God, my only hobby is G.I. Joe. I can't have these girls and all these guys see that I collect G.I. Joe. It wasn't cool to talk about it then. So I tried to start collecting like Mad magazines, because I thought, aha, I'm gonna start that hobby. And then by spring, I'll have a ton of Mad magazines. And it didn't happen. And so finally, I remember in like about 5 months later going, you know what? It's what I do. I collect G.I. Joe. It's all good. I'm going to embrace it. So I brought it all in, and none of my friends brought in any of theirs because they were embarrassed, but I kind of rocked it. I kind of embraced it. I was like, see, I got every G.I. Joe there is.